Can a foreigner who's interested in buying a Spanish property get a Spanish mortgage? Of course they can. What do they need to do? Well, my best advice would be to talk to an independent mortgage broker, talk to them before you come out to Spain and start looking at properties, furnish them with your financial information, and then ask them how much you could typically borrow, and for them to give you an idea of a potential property price or a price range of a property that you could go for in Spain. Typically, you could borrow up to 70%. And so that means you're going to need a deposit of 30% to get you over to the 100%. And then on top of that, you'll need the buying costs. So if you're buying in sunny Andalusia, where the transfer tax is 7%, legal costs are typically 1%, notary fees and land registry fees the same, you'll need 10% on top of the purchase price, which means you'll need a deposit of 40% to buy a Spanish property with a mortgage as a non-resident. If you become a resident in Spain, you may be able to borrow a slightly higher loan to value than a non-resident. Prospective buyers of a Spanish property can certainly go to their banks individually and talk to banks about mortgages, but my best advice would be to speak to a mortgage broker, because a mortgage broker would have engaged with a selection of banks, and subject to your circumstances, where you live, how you earn, what currency you earn in, who's buying the property, what age, they will be able to point you in the direction of the best bank. There's a lot of high street banks. That's a lot of walking around to do and submitting of financial documents if you want to do it yourself. I would generally say talk to a mortgage broker and then use them to recommend banks. But of course, clients are free to go to any other bank to get quotes as well.